Okay. What a game. Uh, Congratulations to Boise and Coach Harsin and those players and that staff. They've got a really good football team. It's obviously disappointing for us because there were moments in that game where it felt like we had a real chance to get it done. I thought Josh Love was brilliant. Again, Trey Walker and Bailey Gaither came up with huge plays time and time again. It was a battle. It was a physical battle, and I think Boise did a great job running the football in the second half, and I think that was really what turned it. They ended up eating a bunch of clock, keeping the ball out of Josh's hands, and we got thinned out a little bit up front, and so a lot of those runs became longer gains. I'm proud of our team. I thought they played really hard, and I think we have a good football team here. I think we can play with everybody. Just that situation there is a situation where we got to find a way to finish, and it's disappointing.
All right, you got questions? Raise your hand. We'll get them back to you.
So earlier in the game, it appeared that after touchdowns or other scoring plays, Chris Wood attempted a bunch of pop-up kicks. And sometimes it appeared to work because Boise State's returners fumbled the kickoffs a few times, but then other times it backfired because Boise State could keep them score. So what's your explanation behind doing pop-up kicks?
The explanation is that their kick returner is someone we didn't want to have the ball in his hands, and so that's why we did that.
I'm sure going in the second half you were expecting to get a little defensive addition with SJSU. I think 4 plays he lasted before another rejection.
Right.
How disappointing is that, and what do you have to do to get him to kind of understand what he's got to do out there?
Yeah, it's really I'm really disappointed for Jesse, and 2 weeks in a row, and it's just a hard deal because I know the rule and he knows the rule, and you got to keep your head out of the play, and it's really that simple. It's hard when you have a senior like that who's now going to miss another 2 halves of football, and he doesn't have that many halves of football left here. So, but I love Jesse Asuna, and I just want him to take care of himself and play the game and keep his head out of that stuff so that he can continue to make plays for us like he has all year.
Coach, obviously another rough day running the ball, 59 yards and 23 carries. But what really kept you guys in this was Josh Love's arm. Another 400-yard plus passing game for him. How big was it just to have him stand in the pocket, with a pretty ferocious pass rush coming at him? Like I said, staying strong and being able to get the ball out.
I thought Josh was fantastic, and I thought Bailey and Trey were outstanding as well. Our tight ends got involved again. Josh did a nice job distributing the football. I thought for the most part our protection was good, which against that group is hard to do because that group is a good group from Boise. So, those things combined, obviously that was our best way to move the football. And, once Kyrie went down, that changed our thought process a little bit. And so, we were like, okay, let's give Josh a chance to win it with the wideouts, and shoot, darn near did.
Coach, tough loss obviously, but you hung in there against a great ranked opponent like that. I guess what was your message to the team in the locker room after their performance?
My message to the team was that we can play with anybody, and I think when we look at that film, when the players look at that film, the difference in the outcome of that game are going to be some small details, just some, whether that's we got a bunch of young players playing, and whether that's understanding, to cross a guy's face on the kickoff coverage or to backdoor him, or there's just some things there that I think when our team looks at it, we're going to be disappointed because there were a lot of opportunities for us to make that thing go in our favor. But I give credit to Boise; they're a good football team, man. I have total respect for them, and they're one of those teams that's done it right forever. They've got good players; they're well coached; they play the game the right way. So I have a ton of respect for Coach Harsin and that staff and their team. And when you're playing against a team that's as good and consistently good as they are, your margin for error is small. And, some of our breakdowns in our kicking game coverage, we end up giving them a short field, right? Like, you can't give them a 50-yard field, right? Some of those muffed kicks that they dropped, like, we need to have population there to fall on the ball, right? And instead of us anticipating a fair catch, which I think is what happened a couple times, and that's young players. And so those guys need to grow up, and they need to grow up fast. But I'm proud of how our kids played.
With 2 games left, and there's still some goals out there that you guys can achieve.
Yeah.
You can still get to bowl eligibility and all that. How do you kind of advance from this game? You've obviously shown, like you said, throughout the year that you pretty much can play with anybody out there. You guys have played well on the road. Kind of, what's your mindset going into those last 3?
Well, the biggest thing is just get ready to practice tomorrow. And, I think, everything with us is taking it one day at a time. We need to attack the practice and the game film tomorrow and, put this game to bed and start getting ready for Hawaii. Hawaii is a unique situation because it's a long trip and you got the time difference and you got the humidity and just all the stuff. And so our team needs to get ready to go over there and play well. And, to me, that all starts with how we come to work tomorrow.
Coach, late in the third quarter, you guys regained the lead, 34-31, but defense wasn't able to really do anything against Boise. They drove 79 yards in pretty easily about 4 minutes. Considering how well they started the game, forcing a pair of punts and looking really strong out there, how disappointing is that to see your defense not be able to really hold up and get a stop when you guys really needed it late in the game?
Well, I think, some of that is, I always talk about football, everybody's connected, and so some of those situations are, when you put your defense in a situation where they got to defend a 40-yard field, it's a lot harder than when they got to defend an 80-yard field. And so leading up to that, we had given them a few too many short fields to defend, which is not ideal for anybody. I think, that's, again, there's some moments in that game where I think we had some young guys either, get in the wrong gap or, and that's on me, right? I got to fix that. I'm the head coach. And so, I think our defense is still playing extremely hard. And, kind of like I was mentioning earlier with that margin for error against a good team like Boise, those few opportunities we had for interceptions, we got to play them, right? We got to finish them, right? Ezel had one on our sideline on a deep ball, right? It goes, he has it in his hands and kind of, so, it's just it's that big of a difference, but it ends up being a huge difference in the success or failure of the play. So, I think we still got really good players on that defense. I think we need to get healthy. And we need to do a good job attacking that training room this week and getting our bodies right so that we can go over to Hawaii and play well.
And on wide receivers tonight, Trey Walker and Bailey Gator ran the big games. Walker 193 yards and Gator 110 yards. Not just that, but it appears they drew a bunch of PI penalties tonight. So talk about what you saw from them today and why they're able to draw PIs.
I thought they both are playing really well. I think the fact that Josh distributes the ball effectively makes it hard to push coverage to those guys, which is good. And I'm excited. I think both those guys have really continued to grow and develop as players, and it's fun to see. It's fun to see them making those plays. And I think the scheme, being in the scheme for a second year as a team, we're executing at a higher level. Obviously, we're moving the ball better. So there's some things to be excited about there, and Trey and Bailey are obviously a huge part of that.
Coach, did you expect the kind of performance your offense put together tonight?
That's a good question. I always expect them to play well. I don't know that you'll find many coaches that come into a game and they're like, yeah, I expected us not to play well. And we did. We did play well. And I think there's, like I mentioned, there's some things in all 3 phases that we're not good enough to beat a team like Boise. And that's what's disappointing, because we had an awesome week of practice. The team attacked practice. And so those things that weren't exactly right tonight, that's what I got to fix. That's on me. And so I got to get back with the coaching staff, and we got to go through the tape, and we got to fix those things so we can eliminate them going forward, because we have a good football team. But when you're playing a team like Boise, you can't make those little mistakes because they just end up being too costly.
Anything else? Thanks, Coach.
Thank you.
Just a lot of missed tackles. I thought we fought pretty hard in the first half, like you said, and then they came out with a little more heat in the second half. We just got to do a better job in coming out in the second half with a little more juice. But for the most part, I'm proud of the way we fought.
Last week, Jesse, led the team in tackles, obviously a fumble recovery. Tonight you guys getting back from only a few plays, and another targeting penalty takes him out, and we'll obviously suspend him for the next game against Hawaii. How much does he mean to this defense, and how big of a loss is that when you guys don't have him out on the field like that?
I love playing with Jesse. We talk about it all the time. There's nothing more than I love playing with him on that field. But in our room, we talk about next man up, so we all prepare the same way and we all get the same information. So next man up.
3 games left here for you guys to still achieve things that you guys want to achieve. What's kind of the mindset of this team going forward? I mean, a night like tonight shows that you guys are capable of playing with some really good teams that you've shown several times this year. So what's kind of the mindset going forward for the last 3 here?
Just get back to the practice field, get in the training room, get our bodies right, go back to practice, look at what we messed up on in this game, and then come back Tuesday and let's get right for Hawaii.
So on the passing side, for Boise, their quarterback Bachmeier, he completed most of his passes, but he was kind of contained for most of the game. Can you just talk about kind of corralling him and keeping him, you guys sacked him 3 times, just talk about keeping him contained.
Yeah, we just wanted to get pressure on him, just kind of get him in his face, and then in the back end, just coverage-wise, we want to lock up the guys and then let the defensive line go to work. But he's a good quarterback. He's a young quarterback. He's experienced now, and credit to them.
With the 3 games left in the season, how confident are you in your squad to run the table for the rest of the season?
I got the most confidence in our defense and our offense, our special teams. As you can see tonight, we could play with anybody, and we all know that. So we just need to come back into practice and then lock down, get our assignments right. Just really starts with the practice, and then it'll lead all up to the game.
George Kalani, obviously 126 yards, 4 rushing touchdowns. How difficult was it to kind of contain him, and how much of a load is that guy to play against, especially in short yard situations and whatnot?
Yeah, he's a good back. Like I said before, a lot of missed tackles. We need to emphasize that this week, and I thought they did a great job in the second half, but we just need to come out with more juice.
Anything else?
Thank you.
Joined by Josh Love now. Questions for Josh?
Another big night for you passing yards-wise, 438 yards through the air. What was working for you in the passing game? Obviously, the rushing game wasn't hitting once again. But like I said, what was working, and why did it kind of come up short late?
Again, I think we had a great game plan with Coach McGivern and Coach Gunderson and the rest of the staff, and they prepared us the right way, and we saw a lot of stuff they did with what we saw on the scout team this week during practice. Again, we had a great week of practice, and unfortunately we came up short.
Walker and Gaither tonight, they both had 100 yards receiving. It was the first time you guys had 2 100-yard receivers in a game. I mean, just talk about their impact. You kind of have 2 number 1s on this team.
Those guys are ballers, man. Ball hawks, and I trust them. They trust me, and if I go put it in a spot where they can get it, they'll go get it.
First quarter, you had your second rushing touchdown of your career at San Jose State.
Mm.
Can you kind of take us through the play? Obviously, somersaulting, kind of getting hit in the air.
Right.
Can you take us through that play?
I'm just reading the edge, and he crashed down a little bit, kind of wrote it, and just found the end zone, kind of similar to what I had against Northern Colorado early in the season. Right.
You guys probably came into this one thinking like you had a chance.
Yeah. I mean, again, losing this one hurts. Would have been huge for us, obviously, and, just one step closer to a bowl game. But, we have 3 opportunities left. Got to win 2 of them. We're hoping to win all 3 of them. So we're going to go back to the board this week and get better and go after Hawaii.
Josh, you had an outstanding night tonight. Was there any point in the game that you felt like you had the hot hand and you were aware of that? At what point was that?
I think, I feel good every week. It's about just maintaining my composure and continue to work with the guys and instill confidence in them and go out there and get the job done. I felt good tonight, obviously, but we came up short. We got to go back to the board and get some work in and get ready for Hawaii.
And Josh, this relates to tonight where fans got to see true freshman quarterback Alec Riccio for the first time in Florida jersey. That was because you got gone out for one after you got knocked down, but then eventually you returned. So talk about what happened on that play and what you observed this season from Alec.
I just got hit from behind, and then someone hit me up top from the front side. Kind of tweaked my back a little bit. I feel fine. I just need to take one play off and come back in. And Alec has done a great job with his preparation and very bright kid. He works very hard, and I'm excited to see what he can do.
Obviously, I know you guys really aren't interested in like consolation victories, but you guys have taken some strides this season, staying, in a game against a national ranked opponent. How do you think that has transpired this season, and what would it mean to be a bowl eligible and play in a bowl game this season?
I mean, that's been our goal all season. You got to win 6 and go from there. Before you win 6, or after you win 6, you have a chance at striving for Mountain West Championship. That's not the case for us right now. But obviously, we go week in and week out. We have 3 opportunities left, and we got to get it done.
Anything else? Thanks, Josh.
Thank you.
I believe we have one more coming. Hi guys, going on about Alligator. Questions?
So from your perspective, Bailey, could you just kind of talk about Love tonight as a whole? He connected with you 8 times for 110 yards. Trey almost had 200 yards. So just talk about the offense tonight as a whole.
That's what we plan to do. We had an assignment throughout the week, and we came out and we tried to just execute our assignments to the highest level. So.
Bailey, obviously coming off of the Achilles injury,
Mhm.
you had quite a season so far. Can you kind of take us through just how you've gotten over the injury itself, the mental hurdles that come along with it, and how you've been able to turn the season into something special for you?
Yeah, definitely. Well, I started off real slow. I still didn't feel that healthy when I initially started the season, so that was kind of disappointing, just sitting in my head thinking, am I going to get back to where I am, just thinking. But, I just trusted myself, and I trusted just everybody that supported me. And they believed in me, so I had no choice but to believe in myself. And, I'm happy that I'm here now because I never knew if I was even going to be able to play again. So it's a blessing for sure.
Despite the loss, how optimistic are you, you and your guys, for the rest of the season? You guys can run the table and possibly get some more wins.
I'm confident. I'm confident in all our guys. We're all confident in each other. We all believe in one another. And, that's real important. That goes a long way. So we have 3 games left, and we're looking forward to Hawaii.
Kind of following up on that, this program has taken some strides this season. Obviously, road wins against Arkansas and Army, and obviously tonight staying in a game against a national ranked opponent.
Mhm.
How much does that mean to this program, and how big would being eligible for a bowl game and playing in a bowl game be for you guys?
Yeah. Well, we came out here and, we tried to win the game, and we didn't do that. So room for improvement, you know. But yeah, definitely, you know, bowl eligible is something that we've been looking forward to. We've been talking to it for a while now. You know, last couple of seasons haven't gone our way, so we're out here to try and prove ourselves that we can do it.
Anything else? Thanks, man.
Cool. Thank you, guys.